Now this is Hollywood Unlocked. What up, everybody? It's Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored. I'm Jason Lee.
I'm Melissa Ford, a.k.a. The Curve Queen.
Yeah, I was DJ Damage.
All right, so hopefully you're listening to this on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, iHeart, and watching on YouTube. If you're not, wherever you're watching it, tell us so we can put it in the list of places people should be watching it.
Tune in.
All right, so let's start with Weekend Recap. Melissa, what have you been up to?
Just, taping the show. I'm here for the food. That's
sounds fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
Hard work.
We taped 2 episodes yesterday, and I got one of the contestants from The Voice this past season, who I'm like obsessed with. Her name is Rose Short, and she's got this voice. She's like gifted. She's like angelic. I love her. And so I was like fangirling the whole time we shot.
I have to schedule my time to come on the show.
Yes, please and thanks. So that book is for Blue. I'm going to make sure she gets that today. And
yes, this book is for Blue, but guess what? We also got a book for you. But yeah, go get the book. The book is doing pretty good.
Yeah, and you were in Stockton.
We're going to get into that.
Okay, well, yeah. So that was what I was doing.
Damage, what you been up to?
Went to the gloomy city of Philadelphia. It was good to go back home. Got me some cheesesteaks, some pretzels.
Why did somebody tell me online that they were shutting Max's down? Was that just some bullshit rumor?
I hope not.
I'm like, I don't think the community would let that happen.
Nah.
Right.
That you see how busy it
It's
was.
an institution.
We went there on a random day and it was like packed.
Yeah, Michael Jackson impersonator and everything.
It was actually really fun, actually.
Yeah, it was a good experience. Good food. So, went back home real quick, had to tap in. That's pretty
You
much.
texted me and asked me if I was thinking of moving to New York. Did you go back home and start getting this whole vibe of wanting to go back to the East Coast?
We might have something to talk about.
What the fuck? Both of you, don't even think about it.
I already found my apartment. So.
Oh, for God's sake.
Listen, I love New York City. New York City is our biggest market. It's my personal biggest market and the show and our brand's biggest market.
Hey.
And I love the city of New York and I love Philadelphia. And what I love about living on the East Coast, well, first of all, I don't love weather changes.
No.
But the accessibility, like going over to DC, hitting over to Philly, flying down to Miami, going to the Bahamas, going to Dominican Republic. It's a lot easier than from California.
Yeah,
for real.
I realize that.
Yeah.
But still,
But still, I don't know. You're going to have to get a longer sentence than that. Okay.
I'm working on it.
So I went back home. We kicked off the book tour, as you saw in Stockton. If you're not following me on Instagram, you can figure it out because it's somewhere in the lower thirds. But we kicked off the book tour, and I keep trying to tell people, when people call me with numbers, I don't even care how much money we're making. That's the last question I ask. In fact, I say, I don't even care how much money we make. I just want to make sure 2 things. 1, the story gets out and it impacts people and it creates a platform to speak on. And 2, we get bestseller.
Yeah.
But getting bestseller is not easy.
No, it's not.
So that whole competition thing
kind of makes you wonder how people do get to the bestseller list.
Well, I had a call this morning at 8 a.m. with a bestseller who hit me up on Instagram.
Who?
He's an author that I don't even remember his name. They patched him in to me, but basically he had saw that my book was out. He saw it on Amazon. He found me and he DM'd me. He said, I think that it's amazing that a young man of color who's in pop culture believes it's important to write books because the book industry is changing and they don't typically look for people like you to have a book out that goes to the top sellers list. So he basically told me the strategy on how to get it there, who to get it in front of. He gave me the emails to email, the numbers to call. He told me what shows to go on. He literally said, it's great what you're doing, but I want to help you, get to. I want you to be on the list, brother. I want you to be my
always
list,
got
brother.
a plug.
No, I don't even know. I've never met this person. This is just straight out of Instagram. So, but it was something that was interesting about that because I also saw online, our fans, we really, really love your support. I love your support. I love your commentary. Even when you're mad at me, I just want you to know I do love you. But one of them posted our show from last week where you were talking about doing e-courses.
Yeah.
And in the same conversation, I said, that's crazy because we're exploring e-courses too. And then I just said, let me know if you need help or something. And somebody posted and said, we need more people like this who believe we could support each other. You have a podcast outside the show. You have a podcast. Then this podcast. And then we have this national show. We're all working, but we can still support each other.
Hell yeah.
I'm surprised that people find it surprising that that's happening.
Crabs in a barrel mentality.
Sad.
That's what it has been forever.
But why though? Why does it have to be that way?
Most places I worked at didn't show that kind of support. If you're not really trying to do what they want you to do within their realm, then they forget you.
Do you think that it's just us? Like, do you think that it's...
Well, I've been around Jews and other people. It's different. You know, it's different. I'll say I just went home to kick off the book in Stockton because I felt like I got to bring it back home. The first chapter, Surviving Stockton, it's very, very detailed. And I have a lot of support there. And when I started planning it, Barnes & Nobles didn't even post that. They didn't even post that we were going to have it there because they didn't believe we can get people to come out.
Wow.
And so a few days before the book signing, I'm like, you guys haven't promoted it? You haven't posted anything in the store? Nobody knows. So I got the publisher to put it out. We started ramping up on social media, getting people going. People start going to the store, demanding that the book be there. And so when I started going, I called my publicist. I said, hey, and this is important for people listening who are young Black or brown entrepreneurs of color, because I'm really starting to explore this shit in a very... I'm in it as the author, but I'm like out of it looking at like how the world treats our work. Like, you love our culture, people who are not of color. You love our culture. You talk about our culture. You tap into our culture, but you really, really don't care about the people who look like the culture. You want to rape and pillage the culture. So I'm like having this whole other experience. But anyway, so I called the publicist. I said, make sure we have press. Not just for me, for the book tour, for the message in the book. So we couldn't get any local press. So I said, okay, fuck that. You know, once I got my mind on something, I'm like, nah, we're not going out like that. I called Tiffany Haddish. I said, Tiffany, do me a favor. Can I phone you in to the book club and to the speaking thing? I'm speaking in front of 400 people. If I call you, I'll buy out a theater for your movie. Can you just pay for it? She said, fuck that. I'll pay for it. I'll buy out the theater. I said, for real? Yeah. She said, okay, cool. Then I started feeling myself. So look at this phone book. So then I called Cardi and I said, Cardi, can you do me a favor? She said, what? I said, can you buy 400 books for the people who are going to be in the audience? Because this community is bankrupt. You know, people don't really have money, blah, blah, blah. She said, yeah, absolutely. I said, can I call you? She said, yeah. So then I called the publicist back. I said, tell everybody I got Cardi B and Tiffany Haddish doing blah, blah, blah. Now we got some press. But that story and the piece that they did on the Good Morning Sacramento or whatever, it was a good piece, but they don't show that kind of image in Stockton. And I try to explain to them, you have somebody who, for every reason, should have failed in a community that's failing with people who he looks like that are failing. Why not create a nice story to show the people that they too can be great? They didn't care. They just wanted to talk about government and gun violence and this and that or whatever. So we were able to get some good press. But more importantly, 400 people came out to that bookstore and bought books. Packed. All the way out the door. And we sold every single book, over 400 books in the store. They said it was the best one that they ever had. And now Barnes & Noble Corporate, shout out to you, are now expediting getting them in all their stores across the country.
Nice. Yeah, come on.
But I would say to people, like,
inspiring.
You can't just do the product and put it out. You got to fucking fight. Like, we're on phone calls. We're with publishers. We're calling colleges. And so anyway, Stockton was great. My family is now reading it. So the phone calls have begun. And that's okay.
Who's been calling so far?
Cousins, uncles, uncles' wives. They were out. Everybody came. My family came to buy the book. They were there to get the book. You know, I had security.
Hilarious.
For your own family?
Yeah, absolutely. And I told them, is there anybody that's okay? No. No, but shout out to everybody that came to support.
I'm going to hire you as my publicist for when my book comes out.
I don't like.
Yeah, can we hire you?
No. I don't even like doing that work, but you got to do the work. You work hard, both of you, and you're in your show doing your thing. You know, it's not easy.
Oh yeah, like I'm in debt. Like
we all start that way.
Yeah,
though.
I know. It's like I am in the red. It is, but.
But isn't it exciting?
Yeah, it's exciting because I'm just excited about just creating this platform that seems to be, that people are responding to, responding really with a lot of feeling, thank you for creating this platform for women, and showing that women can have, differences of opinion and not be combative and whatever, we can have an intelligent, articulate conversation even when we disagree. That we just had Claudia on the show. people loved her as per usual.
She's funny.
She's hysterical. So shout out to Claudia for joining us. But yeah, it's a grind. It's a grind, but I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. I'm happy.
And people have to understand like what Cardi and Tiffany did in showing up, how we show up for each other. It's important. And so this afternoon, you know, I called Serge. I'm like, hey, 'cause you got the book. He's like, can't wait to read, bro. I said, good. I can't wait to call you to buy some books for some kids because you're rich. But you know, his documentary, Son of the Congo, which we've talked about, super powerful. But you never know what's going to happen when you create something. And now I'm like in this space where I'm like just trying to figure it out. And I got a call from Paramount about wanting to look at the book for TV. And I'm like, wow, I never even thought about it for TV. I thought about it for
like a movie.
I thought about it for a book.
Yeah.
Well, the documentary movie that, But I thought about it, the book will create a platform to go speak on. That's what I really thought.
Yeah.
Not like movies. And I won an Oscar.
Or maybe an Emmy.
Emmy, we're gonna get an Emmy for this show. We already started that
Emmy
process.
for this show, but also Emmy for audiobooks.
Can you get an Emmy?
Like spoken word?
Grammy.
Oh, yeah, I think you get a Grammy for that.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Grammys, did you hear today that they took out the top dog at the Grammy? The president of the Grammys is the first female ever, has been removed and suspended. And you know, everybody knows, well, everybody don't know, but you know what I'm doing with the Grammys on the low, right? So the Grammys have denied us every single year we've tried to go. This is the first year they've approved us after they denied us. I had to go through some conversations with people, but she's come in. I don't know her name off the top. Get her name, please. I don't know her name. She's a white woman, but she's from New York City. So she came here with that New York attitude of 90 days. We're turning this whole culture around because it needs to be more reflective of the world.
Yeah.
So she was really promoting diversity. She's out.
Why?
What?
There's no reason why. She's just suspended right now. And so I talked to some people over at the Grammys today, and the whole organization is upset because, one, she was the first female president of the Grammys. Two, she's come in really supporting black and brown, making sure that even up to the images on the wall now reflect people outside of their traditional, group. What's her name?
Here we go.
Deborah DeGan. Okay. This woman, from what I've heard from people who work directly for her and in the Grammys, are just devastated because they felt like she was really about inclusivity of women and diversity.
Recording Academy CEO suspended amid misconduct allegations ahead.
Misconduct?
Yeah, misconduct is such a fucking vague
It's
word.
a very blanket statement.
It's very blanket statement. Deborah Dugan. Administrative leave and a major shakeup, blah, blah, blah. That's that. And I'm just trying to find where it says.
It doesn't say why. Here, let me point this out. The Grammys are next week.
And it doesn't say at all. The statement did not specify the nature of the allegation nor who is accused of committing the misconduct.
The bottom line is she came in there shaking shit up. She wants to diversify the Grammys. She wants to make sure that people of color understand how to vote for the Grammys so that way they understand the voting process. And she also wants more women to be in positions of power. She's the first female president of the Grammys. So I'm just surprised at this. In fact, I can just say as a product of her, coming in with some change and getting the vice president of the Grammys on the phone with me to personally give me her cell phone to personally invite us and make sure that there were more black people, black journalists on the carpet. I just can't believe it.
It's literally almost like you wrote this article because everything you're saying is in the article. She was before this. She headed Bono's Red, an organization that focused on combating HIV/AIDS before becoming coming to the Academy, and had previously been president of Disney Publishing Worldwide and executive vice president at EMI Capitol Records. And she was promising to reinvent the organization. I think she just must have stepped on some toes.
Shaking it up.
Yeah.
But coming from the labor union background, you can't come in and just shake up overnight. It is a process where you got to find, common ground and where are your allies in certain fights, and you have to sometimes pick the sword you want to die on,
right?
Because everything can't change. Because changing culture takes a while. So I'm just surprised that she's out that fast. And the Grammys, like I said, are like literally next week.
Yeah, they're like January 26th or something like that.
But the Grammys are like right around the corner.
Yeah.
And you have, you have a whole program, partnerships, this everything going on. So they're having an emergency meeting today over at the Grammys. I can't wait to find out the tea what's going on over there.
Wow.
But yeah.
That's upsetting.
Anyhow,
That's upset. She came in there wanting to smash the patriarchy.
She
I
was
would
trying to
have been
make
right
things
there
right.
along with her.
speaking of smashing the patriarchy, what is Odell doing smacking that boy on the ass? Is that in here?
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sorry.
They got an arrest warrant for him too.
Yeah. Okay. So apparently, there is an arrest warrant issued for Odell Beckham Jr. for spanking an officer's butt.
I wish he would have spanked me.
He was celebrating with the LSU football team after they won the national championship at Superdome. And he can be seen on video smacking an officer's butt. In the clip, the officer is seen policing players over their cigar smoking as they celebrated their victory. You
can't smoke cigars after you win a big game.
You can't smack people on the butt?
You can't smack a cop on the butt.
Why?
Nah, you can't do that.
What? He's in the locker room. That's what happens in locker rooms, right?
No, you can't do that.
Apparently,
When in Rome, do as the Romans do.
Apparently, the officer looked a little confused, but didn't really react, and that's probably because he already knew how he wanted to handle the situation. So, a warrant has been issued for his arrest by a judge following the butt smacking incident. This is so pathetic. Apparently, authorities initially wanted to charge Beckham with misdemeanor sexual battery.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
my God.
Absolutely.
We now live in a world where you can't have an innocent smack on the butt.
If that was a woman cop, that'd have been a whole different story.
That's true.
And that's
If
that's
he would have
why.
slapped the female on the butt.
Yeah, if
he would've
slapped the
of course.
female-
Well, then I would understand this conversation.
But
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. They got to treat it the same way. You're still violating somebody's like personal.
But who
private
told the
area.
cop to go in there?
I don't know. Yeah, why are y'all in there policing?
Yeah, this ain't
cigar
your locker
smoke?
room. This is wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
I guess you can't smoke on campus, so the cops come. That's they just won the game.
Well, apparently he was also handing them handfuls of cash too. I guess that's illegal.
Yeah, he's also
He was doing-
he's also in hot water for handing players cash, which
He's
is
trying to
against
go
the
to jail.
NCAA rules, and he could be fined for that.
Well, he still owes Floyd Mayweather $10,000. So Floyd's gonna be livid that he didn't give him his money back.
I don't know. I don't even know what to think about this story. Like a cop is
I'm on Odell's side at this point. I feel like Odell is he's an alum of LSU, right?
Yeah.
He's rich and he's just that guy. Like if you ever see Odell at a party, he's super ramped up and hyper for whatever's happening. He's always quote lit. That's what y'all say. I don't say that. And so what? Maybe he just got caught up in the moment and he just smacked him on the ass.
I think them cops coming in there and they were trying to be serious, and then somebody come and slap you on the ass. It's kind of like an ego thing. And then at the same time, you can't touch somebody's body parts without permission. You can't do
He
it.
can touch mine. He don't need permission.
Oh my God.
But he don't roll that way. So
okay. So, anyways,
y'all listen. I'm not listen. This show keep go to the go.
Okay.
Go.
Well, this story, I came across this while I was just scrolling through Instagram. Comedian Brad Williams allegedly confesses. There is no allegedly, Kelvin. This motherfucker he confessed to accidentally raping a woman on tour.
Oh God.
Well, just explain what happened
Okay.
for
This don't even
the
sound right.
readers.
Okay, so a 2014 clip from the Doug Benson podcast show, Getting Dug with High.
I thought you were gonna say getting dug out. I was gonna say not today.
But wait, is the show really called Getting Dug with High? Because that's really funny if it is.
Or getting high with Doug.
No, that's what's funny is that you're high, so you're fucking mixing
dug
up
with
words.
high.
Getting dug with high.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious.
I'm over this
if that's
story
really
already.
if that's not a typo with
Good
you know
title.
you. Anyways, it shows comedian Brad Williams talking about his alleged non-consensual experience with a woman while on tour with fellow comedian Carlos Mencia. The scene was apparently deleted from the original podcast and was re-uploaded on YouTube.
Way to go, guys.
It's so funny when that shit happens. This is exactly what he says. When we went on a tour bus together, and this girl was on the bus who just really wanted to sleep with Carlos. She got in the back of the bus and sat in the back seat. So Mencia's married, so he's turned off all the lights and then sent me in, and I started hooking up with the girl. It went for a good 15 minutes before she realized that Carlos is tiny, but he shouldn't have stubby little arms like that.
Because this guy's a midget.
Yes,
So wait.
little person,
He's a
whatever
fucking
the PC,
midget.
whatever the PC term is. Yes.
So Brad is the little person.
Yes.
The midget.
Yes. So
Have you ever gotten a midget-sized candy and you like, I didn't want this. I want the whole thing.
What is a midget? Oh, the little travel candy.
Yeah, that's probably what she felt when he walked in the room.
I don't know. I've never watched
This show, I can never run for office. One day I'm going to want to be a senator. They're going to be like, what? All the midget community is going to come up like halfway under this table.
Listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. The bar has been set so low by Trump.
What? The bar's been set so low? We're talking about midget people.
By Trump.
Wait,
that you can say whatever you want and still get into office. Why did I just think about a ride at
Great America?
I don't know. It was totally accidental.
They should build midget rides at the theme park, because this is what I'm thinking. Like, you would have a whole nother community come if next to the revolution was the solution. You know what I mean? Like, the revolution's huge, but the solution.
But they can get on the children rides.
You guys, we are going so far off fucking topic. Can I finish this
Why are you
fucking story?
About that?
Okay,
They can.
listen, you guys.
Because I just saw two kids beating a midget up in line for Alice in Wonderland's little teacup shit, and that was just, oh my God! Please turn the camera.
This is serious right now. Okay, so
this is
wait.
So Brad Williams, the little person, laughed about the situation and then says, and then she finally realized she was having sex with me. Another comedian, Eddie, whatever his last, it looks like Ift, says to Williams, "That's like a rape story." To which he replied, "Technically, it is." I was watching this I was like, oh my God. So now Twitter users have flooded his mentions and have also asked Netflix to remove him as a cast member on the show Degenerates, aptly named, I might add. Netflix has a show called Degenerates. Brad Williams is on that show that is currently streaming on Netflix. I will not continue to pay for a subscription to a company that supports rape. Cancel Degenerates. Rape is a crime, not a punchline to a joke.
I mean, do you cancel your whole subscription when The Witcher just got renewed for season 2? No.
I think it's just like a power play. They know that Netflix is probably going to comply with it.
So if this guy gets arrested, does he go to a kennel?
He fucking should. Oh, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot fucking pole.
What?
I was trying to think of low cages anyway.
So yeah, a lot of people are talking about canceling Brad Williams. Absolutely. This is awful. It's awful that he thinks that this was okay to do.
So was he telling this story to be funny? Well,
yes.
What was the point of the story?
The whole experience the video, if you watch it, it's just a bunch of guys sitting around having fucking guy talk like y'all do, but it just went too far, and you could tell when he's telling the story. It's happening, it's the words are leaving his mouth faster than he can think. You can actually see that happening. And then once he actually verbalizes what he was thinking, he realized how bad it sounded.
But then don't you go to the editor and say, cut that out? I mean, there's been times on this show we've looked at each other and said,
there's been more than a few times. I'm like, Adam, do not.
Nobody was looking at me when I said Ariana Grande, though.
They're crazy.
I wasn't there. Oh, wait, was I there for that? No, I wasn't there for that. I would have let you know, like, are you fucking crazy?
The crazy part is, if you listen to a lot of like tour stories, that happens more than you think.
Oh,
like,
I'm sure. I'm
fake
sure
out,
that it does.
The lights out. You thinking you with this guy, but you with another guy. That's definitely a story I've heard before. Yeah,
that's disgusting.
Yeah.
That's just, we were talking about, right before the cameras were rolling, the perception of rape. And most people have this antiquated idea that rape is when you're walking down a dark street and some stranger comes up behind you with a knife or a gun and, violates you, under the pretenses of, killing you. That is very rarely what actually happens. Most of the time it is an acquaintance. Most of the time it's somebody that you know. It can happen. You could be raped by your husband. You can be raped by your boyfriend. You could be raped by a friend. You can be raped by a stranger. You can be raped by a teacher. It doesn't matter. Rape is not about the sexual conquest. Rape is about control and domination. That's what it's about. And it's just, this story is repulsive.
What do you say to the people that would be like, she should have never went on that bus?
I would never say,
because some people say that, they'd be like, oh, she knew what it was when she got into that environment.
I mean, the reality is she got on the bus because she wanted to have sex with the main guy, Carlos Mencia. You know what I'm saying? Like, so she had some groupie shit going on, but that doesn't necessarily mean
it's not her fault.
She didn't sign up for that.
She didn't sign up to get a train run on her. She didn't sign up for that shit. If Carlos was like, nah, I'm not checking for you, then okay, that's what it is. But it's not for him to just like, do the fucking bait and switch on her.
I think the Me Too shit really, it really scared me in the sense that, you've ever been in bed with a man, or you've been in bed with a woman, or me being in bed with whoever's available. You know, like when you're about to start fucking and the whole energy is there and all this and that, and then you put your dick in, and the guy puts it, and then you say, wait. And what does he say? No. Hold on. When she said no, you were supposed to stop. Or when he says no, you're supposed to stop. That never happens though. Is that rape?
Yeah, technically. I heard it's rape if you have sex with somebody.
But you know what I'm saying, though?
I know what you mean. It's like, the areas, it just gets so gray.
Right.
Because up until the moment of penetration, everything seemed to be very consensual.
Or when you're in it and maybe it's starting to hurt. So you're like, wait, stop.
Yeah.
But in our mind,
yeah,
it's like you're in it, so it's like not stop.
Right.
You know?
And no one, and for the individual, who knows why they're saying stop? They might be having a moment where where the action, what's happening is triggering something inside them, or it hurts.
Yeah, but y'all got to start coming. Everybody got to start coming with labels now. I've been fucked up in my childhood, so sex with me could get weird. Like something that's gonna warm me, some shit's gonna happen.
Wear a t-shirt.
I don't think I'm making this up, but I heard if you have sex with somebody that's intoxicated, that can be considered rape too now. Like if they're not sober and you have sex with them, that's considered rape.
Well, then I've been raped 1,000 times.
Oh my God.
Because I've had sex multiple times when I'm drunk.
Right.
Like I'll go out and I'm like, you know what I mean? People have drunk sex. Doesn't somebody have a song called Drunk Sex?
Yeah, but I'm
Drunk in Love, Drunk and Fucking. That was just pretty much Beyonce and Jay.
It's yeah. You got to really be careful out there.
Yeah, I mean,
both parties.
Well, I'll tell you what I do now. Can I touch you? And they really look at me crazy because I'm literally asking permission because I don't want no smoke. I literally do. It's so whack now. Well, anyway,
got to move like that.
Let's see what happens with that. But young Jock is an Uber driver, and the crazy part about it is that when I saw this video pop up online, I almost texted him to say, do you need a donation? Do you need like a Cash App? But I didn't.
Okay, so. Young Jock speaks out after a passenger tries to expose him for being a rideshare driver. Let's just read the story as it is.
Wait.
Why is it so funny?
Because my reaction.
Because it's not even Uber Black. Like, come on, Jock. You could have been driving like an Escalade or something. But there's more to the story. But go ahead.
Okay, so apparently there is more to the story than him just being a rideshare driver. So he's letting the world know that he's a proud driver for a new rideshare company after two passengers tried to clown him for his new gig. The video has gone viral, shows two rude passengers asking Jock a number of questions before he could reveal himself. And once Jock lets them know it was him under the hoodie, one of the passengers then taunts him, says that Jock must have fallen off. He remained cool for the remainder of the ride, driving them to their destination. He's now speaking out about the incident, letting folks know that being a part of a rideshare company is nothing to be ashamed of. In fact, he says it's a fun way to make extra cash while also teaching kids about earning an honest buck. He also says he's been working with Big Brothers Big Sisters of Metro Atlanta for years, and that his new gig is just another way to show kids they shouldn't be too ashamed or prideful to make money. This kind of makes me think of the whole...
The guy from the Cosby Show.
Yeah, Trader Joe, Elvin.
What's his name? Because his son fine as hell. Jeffrey Owens. Yes. Yeah. Oh my God, his son is so fine. Let me write his name down.
Yeah. Where he was exposed, working at Trader Joe's.
I don't believe none of this anyway, though.
Why?
This is so set up so perfectly.
Have you seen the video?
Yes. I'm like, all right.
So
it's a publicity stunt?
It's definitely a publicity stunt. It's a new rideshare app. It's like, come on. I respect Jock for it, though, because at the end of the day, I do believe what he's saying about making an earnest buck, but it's like Jock is not really driving a car. He needed to promote something. Good for you, man.
So Jock, so this person who made the video sent it to us probably 100 times, but we just kept ignoring it because I thought it was, at first I thought it was just edited. It was just weird. Like, why would young Jock be driving a fucking Lyft in Atlanta? You know what I mean? Like, it just didn't make sense to me. So I just ignored it and deleted it. Then I saw it pop up online, and then I saw young Jock say basically, like, I think he's a partner or something in this new app. So it was a great marketing thing for sure.
But to play devil's advocate, even if he wasn't, what was he supposed to go do? Sell drugs? You know what I'm saying? Like, that would have been cooler if you seen him on the block trapping.
I mean, he got enough relationships to not be driving Uber, though.
Of course.
But there shouldn't be any shame in driving.
Yeah,
Uber.
like that's an honest living. Like people that have kids and families, like I want to see a man doing, making an honest living. That's whack.
But I think the problem is that when rappers glorify this life where they got all this money and hoes and this and that and they stripping and this and that, and then all of a sudden you driving Uber, it does bring about somebody wanting to say, look at where he at now. I'm not saying it's right, but the shit was funny as hell though.
Well, the fact that he might be a partner in this makes a whole lot more sense. And the
Jock called me. I'll drive an Uber in LA for one day just to be shamed. Like I'm trying to go viral. I'm trying to find a way of going viral.
Yeah, you want all the smoke. You really do.
Oh, by the way, All the Smoke that I told you should be the name of your book. Matt Barnes' podcast is called All the Smoke.
Ah, yeah, I did see that.
Okay.
So
moving right along, I'll find another title. I don't know. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I don't know what the
my
fuck.
name is Oprah. No, that was a setup.
I know it was
for
a setup
Oprah.
to the next story.
My name is O.
My name is Oprah. She explains why she chooses a spiritual partnership with Stedman Graham instead of marriage.
She ain't trying to cough up none of that money.
She's smart. Because she doesn't have to get married. Okay.
Because then Gail would be out of the picture.
You better stop it right now.
No, I'm gonna tell you right now. If
You
Oprah,
think that they're gay lovers. You think that they're lesbians.
what do you think has bound Oprah and Tyler together?
Oprah who?
Their shared interest in same-sex relationships?
God must have forgot about me. It's out now on Amazon.
I don't.
No, I'm just playing. I don't know what Sis is doing. But I mean,
Hilarious.
either way, I think Oprah and Gail have been a really strong support system through all of their relationships. And I'm glad
How
that.
come they just can't be best friends? Why do they gotta be scissor sisters? Why?
And I saw some lesbians recently say scissoring is not the only way they please each other. You do know that they could strap on a dick.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Oprah has strapped on a dick for Gail. I would never disrespect him like that. In fact, I'm trying to get into the book club, so I want to just move right along.
Yeah.
Okay.
If
Good idea.
If you want that book,
Now
Good
I
idea.
wonder why I wasn't invited to Tyler Perry's studio opening. I would have been a really good light on that carpet. Like, hey, Cicely, what's up? We going to...
hey, Cicely.
Anyways, in an essay for OprahMag.com, Oprah Winfrey opens up about why she and Stedman Graham have never tied the knot after being together for over 3 decades. Graham did propose to the TV host back in 1993, but Winfrey said that she and Graham agreed that if they had ever gotten married, they would not still be together, which is probably true. You know, Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell have never gotten married. They've been together for 40 years or some shit like that. Marriage seems to just fuck shit up for a lot of people.
But marriage is more of a legal thing, right? Like if I'm dating somebody,
It's like a business.
Yes, no, but like if something happens to me, my partner, who I've been with for 30 years, has absolutely no control over my body. Like if you were in a relationship for 30 years,
Yeah.
and then something happens to you and you're in the hospital and there's a life or death decision that needs to be made. Do you want Uncle Tommy,
Well, you know
who stole your ice cream when you was 5 years old and didn't fucking care about you? Sorry, it's in the book.
Uncle Tommy.
I'm just playing. You know, like
Well, you know what's interesting is I just interviewed a death doula on I'm Here for the Food, and we started talking about something that she helps people develop, which is called an end of life plan. And so you can create an end of life plan right now and have all of your wishes in it in terms of who gets to be executor of your will, who gets what, passwords to all your information, who gets the fucking cats, the dogs, whatever else. So you can have one of those in place, and
And it's a deaf doula?
Hold on.
that's legally
But what if
that's
you're in the
legally binding.
hospital and there's a decision of whether or not to pull the plug? That ain't in that.
All that is in the end of life plan, and that's a legally binding.
But what if you travel in the world selling books and don't have time to go update your plan, and the motherfucker that you put in charge just stole your money? I'm just saying.
You got to update
shit
your death
happens.
doula. Is that an app?
No, it's an actual person,
Oh.
a death doula. I'll give you her number if you want.
Doula.
Yeah.
Side note: have you heard Kanye West's gospel
No.
gospel
No.
choirs album? You need to listen.
Jesus
to
is Born?
Jesus is Born.
Yeah, yeah.
It's fire.
It dropped on Christmas.
It's fire.
Okay, I'll listen to it. So anyways,
If you ever want to go to the church, can I tell you something funny that happened?
What?
So while we were away, my dumb staff on Instagram, they start so many problems, and I get all the smoke, right?
they do.
They posted a video of
Kanye and Lawrence.
a black man on a horse galloping through a church, and then the black man falls off, and they put Kanye West falls off a horse.
Was
in
that
church.
Kanye?
So hold on, I take the link and I'm sending it to everybody. Like, did you see what Kanye did? Because I didn't even go really watch. I just saw a nigga fall off a horse. Kim Kardashian DMs us and says, "Can you guys please take that down? This is not Kanye West. This is somebody else that unfortunately fell off a horse." But I thought it was the funniest thing. And the way I found out, somebody texted me and said, "Hey, Kim just said this isn't Kanye," but I don't know. It was funny. We should have put it back and said it was Kanye. It was funny.
I saw it and I was just like, your team is tripping.
Did you think it was Kanye?
No, I didn't.
I thought it was Kanye.
I did not.
I said, who else would come to the church with a horse?
I thought that they were being facetious.
Like
okay?
funny, right?
I thought they were being fucking funny.
They thought it was really him.
Oh my God.
Wait, so when you saw it, why you didn't text me and say this isn't Kanye?
Because I thought you guys did that shit on purpose.
be messy?
Yes.
I
Just
thought it was
to
Kanye.
get their fucking
I said, look
attention.
at Kanye, man.
Wait, but did you think it was Kanye?
No, I didn't think it was fucking
And you
Kanye.
did?
I swore it was Kanye. I was like, Kanye tripping, man.
That
The
shit.
damn
But
horse.
it's something Kanye would do.
That's why I thought it
No
was
fucking doubt.
Kanye.
Kanye come in, Yeezy dripping off the horse's ass, fucking Kim's weave still in the horse's head, fucking North holding onto the leg. I don't want to go to church. I mean, the choir singing the crown. It was Kanye. I'm convinced.
Okay, well, I thought you guys were being fucking funny about that, and I was just like, they are tripping over there at HU.
Well, shout out to
while
Oprah.
he's out of town.
Listen, Oprah, if you are gay, I want to go with you to
Oh
the
my
Abbey.
God.
No, I'm just saying because Oprah would be fun to take to the gay community. Could you imagine
Yeah, but
Oprah at the Abbey, her and Gail sipping on vodka martinis?
oh my God.
You know?
Has Gail ever been paired with anybody? I've never known. No.
Yeah,
Don't say Oprah.
Oprah. No, Gail got niggas.
No, I've never seen her like involved.
Because it just what's so funny about it all. Like, I don't know necessarily that they're lesbians, and I don't think that they are, but I really don't care. But it would be funny if they are. Every holiday photo, Gail's in the photo with Stedman and Oprah. Without no man. Now, Gail, everybody trying to fuck Gail. I think Drake was trying to fuck Gail. Didn't he try to fuck her? Or he wanted to. I used
Gail
to have
was
a girl.
married.
I used to have a girlfriend. It's in the book.
Okay.
I just, I don't get enough credit for being groundbreaking. I am opening up doors for people to be themselves. And I get attacked, but I will say, I understand why people don't want to be themselves because it doesn't feel good to get attacked all day long.
About yourself.
About you. Like
About your truth, too.
Like if I came in here and was super polished up and said all the things everybody wanted me to say, more people would like me than few. But what fun is that?
None.
When I meet Oprah, I've already met her, but when I see her again, I'm going to say, what that Gail like?
Oh my God, don't do that.
What that
I beg of
gal
you,
like.
please don't.
Why?
No.
Why?
You think that she is not frustrated with that rumor?
When I see Tyler, you know what I'm going to say?
No.
Sis, go build your own table, because that was my quote.
Ooh.
Oh my God. Okay.
Just
well,
playing. I like y'all.
all right. So we're going to wrap up this Oprah story, but she did say something really interesting. When talking about the proposal, she said, I wanted to know if he felt I was worthy of being his missus, but I didn't want the sacrifices, the compromises, the day in, day out commitment required to make a marriage work. Yes. Yes, Oprah.
You feel the same way?
But a relationship is a marriage, isn't it?
Yeah.
In
I
a
guess
sense.
it's on her terms, though.
Yeah.
But why shouldn't it be on their terms?
But
That's probably how she likes to run her ship.
Since he's been there for 30 years, I'm guessing that he's with the program.
He seems like a solid dude, too.
Yeah.
And he got his own, he's an attorney. He's like a real powerful attorney.
He got his own shit going.
Books and all that. Well, shout out to him.
Do you feel the same way, Melissa? Like you just want to, just have a spiritual relationship, nothing.
Yeah,
Really
I mean, I don't necessarily need like a ring
Requirements.
or marriage or whatever the case is. I mean, I've been engaged before. I ran Runaway Bride over here.
You ran?
Yeah.
Damn. Like you ran at the wedding?
No, didn't get that far.
Oh shit.
No, didn't get that far. Didn't
Like
get
we
that
just
far.
waiting there and you just don't come down the aisle. You just like nah.
Yeah, no, it didn't get that far. That'll be in the book as to why I didn't do it.
I Netflix and chilled for the first time last week.
With who?
I can't say that. I'm not talking about that.
Okay.
I'm not going that deep because it just
Did I
causes
meet him?
problems. I'm not talking about that on the
Okay.
show.
Did you watch the show about a runaway bride?
I
What
don't
did
even
you
remember what we watched. So
So you effectively Netflix and chill
So
because
I'm-
it really actually means turn on the TV and fuck.
So I'm here to say this. I want to get away from Netflix and chilling because 3 hours of my life went by that I don't even know. In terms of the movie. Now, I have never seen Irishman. I will never see the movie. And let me just tell you, Joe Pesci dies, Al Pacino dies, everybody dies. Except for Robert De Niro. He don't die, but he's so old at the end, sitting in the room by himself in a wheelchair. He should have been dead, but everybody died. That's all I kept saying every time I look up. Dead.
Having sex with the TV on is awkward too. Cause you kind of watching the TV a little bit. You kind of, if you're not watching, you're listening. You ever had sex and then you stopped and then you know what happened? Somebody's like, "What happened here?" Oh, so what happened? It's like, how did you know that? If we supposed to be, I don't know. I don't like having sex with TV.
Well, you ever been fucking and then you watching one TV show, then in the middle of fucking a kid show come on? I mean,
That's not cool.
you can't find the remote.
Hate when
channel
that-
is that?
Sesame Street's there, fucking Grover and fucking the Garbage Pan, the Cookie Monsters.
Oh, you ever watch TV and then one of those like religious infomercials came on?
Oh, that's
while
a
you was having sex.
boner killer.
It's like, oh my God, Lord
Well, you know
Jesus.
they, well, you know they all fucking, and them as little kids. Anyway.
Oh no.
No. Okay. Next story.
No.
Next story. This one.
Wait, Andrew Caldwell, he continues to go on our Instagram. And at first he was like, you know who that is?
For everybody who doesn't know who that is,
I'm
I
delivered.
am delivered.
He's not gays no more.
Ending
He's not gay.
DT.
He don't want no men's no more.
He don't want no
He
men
likes
no more. Come
womans.
He got a I just sucked the dick in a Uber face.
here. What?
That's a very specific face.
I've invited him on the show. I think he'd be fun to interview and just laugh at.
So
I mean, laugh with.
Okay. So can I ask a question?
I gotta pee
Um, what does he do? Does anybody know?
He likes womans.
Okay, so establish what his hobbies
Somebody
are.
put a picture of him in a church hat with makeup on and said some missionary Caldwell or some shit. It was funny. I don't know what he does. He gets online and he prays a lot, which I think is a great thing.
Yeah, I'm just wondered professionally. Like, is he on reality TV yet, or?
I mean,
Is that his
he would
goal?
be perfect for the circus.
Damn.
Okay.
Let me stop. Okay.
All right.
I don't want to be a bully. It's New Year, new nigga.
So, deaf man sues Pornhub for not providing enough closed captions in their videos.
Because I only watch porn on mute, and I agree.
You do?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't want to hear all the extra groans this dude is doing, and I don't.
Oh, I like hearing the lead up. Like, what you doing in the park?
I hate all that. What you doing in the park?
I watched Arabian porn. Oh my God. I want to go to Marrakech. What is it?
Marrakech, Morocco.
Oh
What?
my God. I know that's African, but I mean, I need to get up out of Hollywood. All these fucking twinks running around here to the gym. Fuck that. I want to go find a nigga smoking hookah in the fucking desert.
Arabian men.
Who are you talking
So
about?
a man is suing the popular adult porn site Pornhub for not providing enough closed captions on their videos. Yaroslav Suris has filed a lawsuit against Pornhub for denying the needs of their hearing impaired and deaf consumers due to a lack of closed captioning in their videos, and states the website's lack of captions has violated the Americans with Disabilities Act.
What you gonna be do? Jacking off your dick in your right hand and on Braille on your left hand? Like, okay, nigga, like what?
Closed caption, reading it.
But you ain't trying to read the words when you trying to get a nut. You got shit to do.
Listen, there's actual titles here, so I have to read them. Just
in the
because,
thing?
Yes, just because
Okay,
this is
can
my
you
job.
please read it in your most sexual voice?
All right, let me try it. Some of the titles that Sirs watched were Hot Step on Babysits Disobedient Nephew. Sexy Cop Gets Witness to Talk. Daddy 4K. Oh, God, I feel dirty.
Somebody's
Wait, Daddy
jacking off to the show right now. Send me the video.
Oh, wait, there's Allison comes to talk about money to her boy's naughty father. They don't have closed captioning.
Do you
He's
know that
pissed.
they have videos that say stepdad fucks son like while mom's at work?
What?
You ever seen the porn titles? It'd be all types of wild.
No,
You
because
have to actually mentally visualize a stepdad fucking his stepson.
listen, you guys. I do
while
not
his mom's
go.
gone.
I do not go on Pornhub. Okay.
Ever?
No, never. I do not want all those bullshit pop-ups.
Hold on.
on my computer
Hold
screen.
Wait, what?
Only one thing pops up. You click it off, and now you're in the game. It's not that hard. Wait, pause. I go every day.
I'd rather do it on your computer because you know.
Do you realize? Can I show you something real quick?
Sure.
Hold on, y'all. Just so you know the type of nigga I am. I ain't just doing this for entertainment.
He is also suing the company for damages.
Who?
This deaf dude.
What is this?
Cookies.
No.
Oh, a lot of links.
It looks like a personal playlist of links.
Links. You Pornhub. Oh, Pornhub.
Those are all my favorite videos.
Jeez, can I?
That's what you need to do. Because you don't want to scroll the homepage. The homepage can get kind of crazy.
I got a playlist because what I found now at 42 is, I really don't have a lot of time to be fucking. So when I do or whatever, I like now with your phone, you can actually watch something on your phone and project it to your TV. Did you know that?
I did know that, yes.
Right. So I just Pornhub click, link, boom. Depending on my mood, that's what it is. If it's more than 2 of us in the room, we can look at a group on TV and it could be a lot going on.
You watch porn every day.
Yeah. But I have my favorites.
He's a man.
You watch porn every day, Dennis.
Not no more.
Well, he has a kid. He has responsibilities. I
Yeah,
don't.
and then my son got my phone. It's a slippery slope when you go and look for YouTube and
It's a slippery slope
big
when I'm
booty
done
holes
watching
pop up.
Pornhub. too.
Yeah, that part. Kelvin, you watch porn every day?
Kelvin is not in the show.
Kelvin
I don't want to.
dog,
I don't want to think of my. And I don't want to think about
Okay.
Kelvin watching porn as he strokes your dog.
Okay.
Okay.
The mascot's here. The mascot.
No, I have
is
a
here.
playlist. It depends. Like, do I wake up and feel like I want to be in Morocco? Do I want to be in Brazil?
Wait, you watch porn in the morning?
Morning, noon, night, whenever I ain't
For
got
breakfast?
into that. I love porn. People be talking about, I have a porn addiction. You a weak ass bitch. You supposed to log in and like shit. If you go to people.com every day or Hollywood Unlocked every day, you got a Hollywood Unlocked addiction. Well, what's the difference between going to sip tea and going to see who's swallowing nut? It's all the same.
But people that have
Not
porn
really.
addictions, it start affecting their real sex life.
Yeah.
It ain't affected mine. I mean, but then again,
It gets serious.
does it really?
Yeah, like they can't get it up during real sex because they're so used to the fantasy
Yeah.
of. Because in
Yeah.
porn, you can specifically look for what you want. Now, you can go
Right.
home with your wife and it's like, this is how she looks.
Starts
It's
to
not changing.
rewire shit chemically,
Yeah.
like dopamine and serotonin receptors and shit like that.
Oh, I think I have a problem then.
Really?
No, I mean, I can still be active without it.
Yeah.
But it makes it all the more exciting when it's on.
Okay.
It does.
So, do you have sex with porn on?
Sometimes. Because it's more exciting. Like, it's like we're here watching these people because all the lead up to sex is so done. Doctor gives massage. Ain't no doctor coming in rubbing your asshole. Have you ever had a doctor rub your asshole?
Never.
Hold on, Melissa.
Never.
Let me see if you got a cold.
Never.
What are you all up in my asshole for? Not even
Never.
in the crack. Like you ain't even like in the crevice. You put your finger. I will say the one thing that does fuck me up is when people put their whole fist in somebody's ass on Pornhub. How sexy is it that somebody would want to put their whole literally ass is like sucked all around your wrist? Could you imagine that? Would you let somebody fist you?
What?
Jason, it just
Have you ever seen fisting before?
Unfortunately, yes, I have.
Doesn't that look crazy?
And it was mortifying.
Can you imagine taking a shit after that shit, just slipping out all types of holes?
It probably sounds like the fucking foghorn on a fucking tugboat.
Wait, I'm wilding out. I said something gay to DC Young Fly. He says, yeah, but when you fart, your shit goes. Oh, this show's gone downhill.
Oh my God. Okay. And the next story doesn't get any better. Man suffers with 3-day erection after taking stimulant for bulls. So,
where do you get that from?
He got it from Mexico. Yeah, because
Send that over
they
here.
don't really have
Yeah.
like an FDA over there.
I want an erection for 3 days. Boy, send me straight to DR with that pill.
That would probably
That's a
hurt
shot.
a lot.
That's a shot.
Really?
That has to be a shot.
Okay. Well,
For 3 days, they got to cut it off.
no.
No?
No, not cut it off.
Yeah.
No.
I swear, if you got erection for more than a certain amount of time, you got to cut it off.
No. I don't know what you
Would
have
they
to
drain
do.
it?
Probably. I don't know. I don't have a penis. I have no fucking
So
idea.
I'm telling you,
what
they gotta
happens.
cut it off.
They can't cut his dick off.
One
Yes, they
time,
can.
one time
Save
I
it.
masturbated so long. I masturbated as many times as I could until it felt like it wasn't. I shouldn't be doing it no more.
I'm surprised you still had
Got
skin
to
left.
burn.
Oh no! Those days of jacking off until the skin comes off is like you're like 22 when that happens.
Oh, Christ almighty.
I've had
Yeah.
decades of experience.
Okay.
Wait,
well,
I should probably check my serotonin level then. I should probably check to see if it's normal. At this point, maybe it's not normal, but maybe it is. I'm just a man.
Okay. Well, you know what you have to do? You got to go to a doctor's office, get an MRI, get like one of those like,
And it'll tell me if I
the
have a problem?
electrodes hooked up. Well, you have to have somebody monitoring and then you have to watch porn. And then they'll see all the, parts of your brain that are lighting
They're
up
going to
and
see
shit
4th
like
of
that.
July up in that bitch.
Basically, yeah. So I don't know.
But I think porn is also helpful. It could be a problem. right? But it's also very helpful.
Right.
Because you learn. No, because you learn shit, right?
What have you learned from porn?
Ooh, let's see. What have I learned from porn? I've learned that role playing and fantasies are okay. Like, I'm not gonna dress somebody up like my stepson and fuck him just so I could feel some type of way. Because I think that's kind of weird. No matter if it's a video, right? Like, if you come to set and they say, "Hey, man, here's the breakdown. You're gonna go fuck Lil Robbie."
The breakdown.
You know, like you're gonna. They don't give you breakdowns.
Here's the run of show.
Here's the script.
But I do want to take up being a fluffer on the side. Like, I wish,
my
because I'm still
God.
not recognized enough where people would know when I'm getting them hard that I'm Jason Lee, right?
Oh my God.
I think you are kind of recognizable.
Okay, well,
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I would. We should go and intern as fluffers.
No, we should
No,
not.
no,
Yeah, you and
no,
Melissa.
for content.
No, we should not.
For content.
No.
Melissa, for real.
Wait, hold on. Wait. First of all, you know, fluffers do more than jack off. You know,
What else they do?
They blow them.
No, I'm signing up today. Wait, because if I was a fluffer, I wouldn't have to watch porn no more. Do they? They don't blow them.
Yes, they do.
They do not.
Fluffers prep for the gangbangs, and they prep you by getting you hard with, by jacking you off and blowing you.
That's actually kind of hot. But what happens if you prep too long? It's sort of like defrosting your meat, right? When you put it in the microwave on defrost too long, the shit be cooked, and then now dinner's fucked up.
I don't know, but I am definitely not signing up to be a fluffer intern.
Why?
Because
Wait, let's go in for just
No.
for content.
No.
Let's go sign up, like apply for it, but we're not gonna do it. But let's go see what happens.
I wouldn't even blow a cucumber on this motherfucking show. Okay, you think it would be fucking fluffing motherfuckers?
Could you imagine
For
if
free.
But could you
As
imagine?
an internship.
But could you imagine if we got denied for fluffer jobs?
That would be one.
That's probably a harder
Rejection,
job than you
I wouldn't
think,
be-
though.
That's probably a harder job. That was a joke.
Yeah.
Get it? A harder job?
Yeah, I said it. I got it.
I'm done with this show.
My
I
next-
just said I wasn't going to be sexual on the show anymore. Here you go, sucking me right into it.
Really,
Get it?
really. I'm taking off my fucking headphones now. Okay, this is a goddamn wrap.
God must have forgot about you. Speaking of God, God must have forgotten about you. It's out now. Buy it. Let's get it to the bestseller list. I appreciate your support. Thank you. Well, it was so great seeing you.
You too.
All right, suck it up. All right, we're out. Peace.
Bye, everybody.